Tonight,
Last chance training team!
the stakes are sky high.
If Dana and I are to lose, then one of us will be going home.
Dana and Caitlyn should be sitting pretty.
A 2 kilogram advantage for these girls is priceless.
But beware the team with their backs to the wall.
We were in with a fighting chance.
Who will win the power
One couple against 5.
to eliminate?
I was really worried for me and Caitlyn.
Today we're all sitting in the lounges waiting for Shannan to come in to tell him how we had gone in the challenge and that Caitlyn and Dana had a 2 kilo head start on us, so I was a little nervous.
Hey, kids.
Hey, Shannon.
Everyone on deck?
We're on deck.
Nice to see you all here. Arriving at Camp Biggest Loser today, I found my group waiting for me in the lounge room. It appeared to me that the energy had been drained out of my training group.
Well, we had a challenge.
Physical challenge?
Yes, a physical challenge. And so it was Dana and Caitlyn versus our group. And so what it was the first to win the majority, so the first to win 3 events, got a 2 kilo advantage in the weigh-in.
Pretty bloody valuable prize.
Yeah.
2 kilos between 2 people.
It was pretty evident to me right from the outset that my training group had been beaten.
And the first event was a 100-metre sprint. And Dana said that she would compete against Janna.
So they won the first point?
The first points. And then it was a tug-of-war and Caitlyn decided to go against me. So that was best of 3 and Caitlyn won 2. Agility was the next one, which was like a set of rotating beams.
Look, I gave her a run in the first 2 rounds, and then the third round it was a clean snap.
So I think it ended up being 3 rounds to the girls, and they got a 2 kilo advantage in the weigh-in.
That is a massive advantage. It's at least 0.8 or 0.9 of a percentage to Caitlyn and Dana. How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's hard work. You know, they've got that 2 kilo advantage, and that's, you know, when you look at the percentages, that's going to be tough to beat.
I think everyone in the room today felt a little bit beaten. We're up against a wall, it's going to be hard, and we all know it.
Honestly, put your hands up. Who's had doubt in their head going 2 kilos? Honestly, in your own head, even if you haven't said it to anyone. Who's had it in their head that 100%, I thought so. Hands up if you had no doubt. I don't doubt you for 1 second. Not for 1 second do I doubt that you can get beat come over a 2 kilo penalty.
Shannan is dead set that we can overcome the 2 kilo penalty, and I agree with him. You know, there is no reason why 10 people and the 10 people that we have in our group, there's no reason why we can't do it.
I think you guys have got nothing to worry about. My contestants have learnt from the best in the last week. We've had Anthony Mundine in to tell the contestants how to buck the system. We've had Lincoln Hall in, who survived a night in the death zone on Everest. I know Anthony Mundine and Lincoln Hall wouldn't be fazed by a 2 kilo penalty. My training group needs to be the same. We've got 1 chance, last chance training. You've got to believe in yourselves. Otherwise, you may as well stay here on the couch. Let's go.
After our chat with Shannan, I realised I had to get my head right and get the negative thought out and go on a last chance training and just give it everything I had.
So we won the challenge.
Yeah, and we won a prize, which was a 2 kilo advantage at the next weigh-in.
Yeah.
Wow. They're going head-to-head with big guys, big calorie-burning machines. A 2 kilogram advantage at the next weigh-in for these girls is priceless. Well done.
And we worked as a team.
Yeah.
It's in no way, shape or form can you let that be any sort of comfort.
Michelle thought that the 2 kilo advantage was a great start, but she didn't want us to focus on that, and I knew that we'd have to keep working as hard as ever to try and win the next weigh-in. But I've been proud of Caitlyn's efforts this week, and she's really pulled it out, and I think she'll have a big number in her. And
Good. Hopefully. Good on you. During the week, I've seen Caitlyn and Dana gradually coming together. Caitlyn's head has really switched. She's started to think like a fighter now. She's really training hard, training as hard as Dana. So what changed for you?
I've had everyone doing everything for me pretty much my whole life. And I've got to do it for myself.
All of Caitlyn's life, she's had no opportunity to take responsibility. And why would you when you've got everyone doing it for you? And these are the behaviours and patterns that have led her to be 180 kilos.
You can push me as hard as I can get pushed in my training with you. But, you know, I've got to do it myself when I'm on my own, which I wasn't doing. All because you weren't there to push me. You know, to be able to sit there and say, you know what, I'm going to do this for myself, you know, it's a big step to take, and she was proud of that.
Good on you. That's brave. I'm happy.
me too. I'm definitely ready to let go of being there for Caitlyn. I think that it's her time to become independent, and hopefully that self-belief and self-motivation can continue and really make her thrive in this sort of environment.
Awesome. I'm happy.
Good.
I don't have to kick anyone's ass. Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. It's last chance training. In light of your little breakthrough that you just had, I want you to come up with 3 exercises that can be done by both of you as a circuit. In today's training session, I wanted Caitlyn to put into action her breakthrough, which was taking responsibility, that she can train without me.
Caitlyn's circuit included shoulder press.
Great.
Over the fence, and 20 reps of the medicine ball against the wall.
Come on, push it out, push it out, push it out, go. Good.
I was definitely really competitive in the circuits today. I wanted to show Michelle that there's a whole different presence about me that wants to train a lot harder.
Oh yeah, she's into it, she's off, go Caitlyn. My goodness. Girlfriend, you are eating up your training, this is fantastic. Caitlyn's headspace now, as opposed to the beginning of the week, has changed immensely. She's now wanting to do it. She's now knowing she can do it. That's it. These are all great breakthroughs and have Caitlyn in a very positive headspace. That's it. Caitlyn, I am seeing a different woman in training right now. And it is exciting me. When I have a contestant in a positive headspace, I can do amazing things.
Alrighty, last chance training in the big gym. Ready, go! Everybody sprinting, first 30 seconds. Quicker, Wayno, quicker, 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 lots quicker. The contestants had to fight today. Every interval was going to get harder, it was going to get longer, and they needed to push themselves harder. Last chance training, team! It comes down to everything you've learned this week. My entire training group were on fire. They were ready to get stuck into it, and they were focused at the task at hand. Go! Go, that's it, go.
We knew that this last chance training was probably going to be tougher than most. We had a 2 kilo penalty to beat this week, and we knew that Shannan was going to make sure that we gave everything to try and do that.
Let's go, up, this is our last session together, let's give her everything.
Today's last chance training session pretty much threw everything at us. We had the treadmills, we had the rowers, we had the bikes, we had weights, we had the cross trainer. Then last but not least, we had the new climbing wall.
Use your legs, push up, quick, here. Get up, quick, get up!
After watching Lincoln Hall on the Skywall the other day.
Okay, seriously making that look easy.
I thought, well, yeah, it looks, you know, a little bit scary and a little bit hard, but I'll give it a go, you know.
You're on it, come on! Biomechanically, the odds are stacked against Lisa on the climbing wall, but there's no way she was going to give up. The whole idea of today's session was to fight like hell, and I'll tell you what, she showed so much guts getting up on that climbing wall every single time it bucked her off. Good, go. That's it, up, good girl. Janna is just a powerhouse. She's so determined and so brave in everything she does. Go!
I'm nervous going into the weigh-in. Lisa and I were top of the hit list to go home. So I'm really worried if Caitlyn and Dana win that I get sent home.
That's the girl, left leg.
The focus for Lisa and I is to do the very best that we can do and to lose as much weight as we can so that we are closer to our goal weight.
Get up there, stay above that yellow line, mate. Positive thinking. The spider monkey of the group, without a doubt, was Chris. Good Chris up there, 25 seconds, looking strong. It's his new attitude. He now believes in himself. He had a point to prove. There's a climbing wall there. He was going to climb it to the best of his ability. No excuses, no bitching. Yeah, good. Stay close to the wall. 10 seconds, Chris. Good job.
I've smashed myself this week, but at the end of the day, being a potential target definitely makes you nervous.
Next, has Caitlyn really changed her ways?
Immediately I started feeling anxious and I had this anxiety that was coming through.
But I need the aggression and we need the anger out.
And Shannan gives a lesson in anger management.
Caitlyn and Dana have trained their butts off. Nice work. All right, payback. I saved the best till last for the last chance training session. Interval sprints on the treadmill. You girls both said you've been doing lots of interval training, so now I want to see you prove it to me. Prove how well you've been going at it.
When Michelle decided to put us on the treadmills for a last interval session, immediately I started feeling anxious and I had this anxiety that was coming through.
Starting in 10, 9, 8. The last time I did interval sprints with Caitlyn, she sobbed all the way through it. You can do it. Chest up. Hey. Chest up. You've got 10 seconds. Fight.
The me that was lying on the floor in the training sobbing was just, you know, that was probably me at my lowest that I've been here.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Great. Chest up, shoulders back, abs in, focus, look straight ahead. Get a steely determination about yourself. Today, she was running at 12 kilometres an hour with her chest up, no crying in the gym. Caitlyn, get your hands off. Last 10 seconds.
You know, I couldn't have ever imagined getting back up and getting on the treadmill and smashing it out. You know, I just had to say to myself, don't be stupid, you can do it.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, jump! Yeah! Well done! Bloody hell, I can't believe it. 150 kilo girl, and you are running at 12 kilometres after we've done the circuit we just did. That's what you can do. Now you know. Good stuff.
Caitlyn proved to herself that she can do anything. She was focused and determined and was really staying strong, and we got through it together as a team.
Well done, Yellow.
Thanks.
Good work, girls. Nice job. With the transformation that I've seen in Caitlyn this week and her taking responsibility for herself, it's really enabled their relationship as teammates and the relationship as sisters to move forward. All right. Well done.
I stink.
They've really given themselves the best possible chance to take down the other 5 couples in this next weigh-in.
It's been a tough couple of days for my contestants. They've been the underdogs, they're frustrated and upset. Now, I know you're all dirty, that the girls have got a 2 kilo penalty, you think you've been hard done by. It's all about being positive. That session was phenomenal. Look at you all, you're all spent. But I need the aggression and we need the anger out. The contestants had 3 choices: to kick me, knee me, or bash me. It was time to let some frustration out against the trainer. Lise?
Yes.
Name your poison, baby.
Push.
Ready? Go. Go, again. Again. Oh! Oh, you've got a little bit pussy since last time, have you?
To get that last bit of aggression out and just sort of feel like you're getting rid of it all was a really nice feeling.
Come on, I thought you were tough last time. Come on, push. Ah.
I love beating up Shannon.
Let's go.
I certainly wasn't going to miss my chance to have a crack at Shannon, and I enjoyed it. It was a bit of fun.
You got nothing. You were tough last time. Okay, off we go. Oh, here we go. I knew Rick and Joe had been hanging for this moment.
I wasn't going to play it soft. I wanted to hit Shannon as hard as I could, so when I got a chance to run at him, I went pretty hard.
All right. Go again!
After today's training, I do believe we can beat Caitlyn and Dana. Everyone was giving it all, and I did think to myself that maybe we can win weigh-in.
Time! I'll tell you what, the feeling you'll have if you can pull this off will be better than anything you've done, because this is absolutely against the odds.
He's spot on. To win it would be so amazing. It would be the best feeling.
Does everybody believe you can do it? Seriously, even from this point now, you can still do it. Put your mind to anything, you can do it. Today's training session had been full on, but it had been fun. The mood in my training group had lifted. I could tell now across the board that they all believed in themselves. They knew we were in with a fighting chance.
Walking into the weigh-in room, I had mixed emotions. I felt nervous and scared and fearful that Caitlyn and I wouldn't win. But on the other hand, I had no regrets. I felt proud of our efforts this week and was happy with the work that we'd done.
Everyone in our group of 5 couples has done really well. And I know that I've put in an almighty effort this week. It'll be an interesting weigh-in. I think it will be close.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome to a very different weigh-in. Contestants, you all came to Camp Biggest Loser as couples. And in the battle to hold your position, it's been every couple for themselves. Well, this week, that all changed. From 6 couples, you had to form 2 teams. 1 couple against 5. Caitlyn and Dana, to survive, you need to record a higher weight loss percentage than the average weight loss percentage of the other 5 couples combined. You may be weighing in as couples, but today you're competing as a team.
We're weighing in as a team, so if I pull a good number, I've got to rely on everyone else to pull a good number to get me through this week.
Caitlyn and Dana, if you succeed today, you will get the one and only vote to decide who will be going home. Because this week, only 1 person will be leaving the competition, which means 1 couple here will be torn apart.
If I was to go home, I know Chris would be shattered and he would struggle a lot. So if Caitlyn and Dana win the weigh-in, I hope it's not me that leaves.
However, if the group wins, they will have the power to break up your sister act and send one of you packing. Caitlyn and Dana, you won a 2-kilo weight advantage, which will be added to your total weight loss.
I think it's good to have the 2-kilo advantage as a backup, just in case.
That really shows how much power these 2 girls have if they win the weigh-in. It shows that anyone can go home.
Contestants, it's time to weigh in. Contestants, it's time to weigh in. The first team to weigh in today will be the team of 5 couples. And the first couple to stand up on the scales will be Shannan and Chris. Come on up.
Worst case scenario for me would be 1, to lose less than 6 kilos, and 2, to lose the weigh-in to Caitlyn and Dana.
Chris, last week you weighed 107.2 kilos. Shannan, you weighed 180.8 kilos. Your current weight is?
I initially thought that's not enough. It's too small. But then a bit of reality check back in. That's 4 kilos. That's almost 4% of my body weight I've lost. That's a good effort for a guy that's 107.2 kilos.
Chris and Shannon, together, you've lost a total of 10.1 kilos.
Knowing that we've lost 10.1 kilos is a great feeling. It's really, really hard to be unhappy about doing that.
That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.51%. Your team's now officially on the board. Shannon, how has it been working in the team of 5 couples this week?
It's been really good. Added a new dynamic. It was just good to have all that extra energy in the group. And I know Chris loved it because it gave him a bit more competition.
Like normally the training session, it's Wayne and I pitted against ourselves, and for some reason I just can't beat that old man. He smashes me left, right and centre. It's like, why? But then to have the young boys in there and Phil and Dave was great. Training with Rick and Joe this week's been fantastic. It gives me someone that I really can compete with and someone that can challenge me, and that every now and then I can get a bit of an edge on and actually win.
The next to step on the scales, Rick and Joe.
When it was my turn to go up on the scales, I was feeling pretty confident. I've done the work and I've worked hard this week.
It's probably the time of the week you wait for and see what all your hard work's pulled out. And walking up there, I was just excited to get up there and see what I'd pulled.
Rick, last week you weighed 137.4 kilos. Joe, you weighed 148.7 kilos. Your current weight is...
Bragging rights, Haley. He can't say nothing about it. I beat him fair and square, and numbers show, buddy.
You did all right. Did good. It's actually pretty good to see Joe beat me and Joe get a good number. If anyone beats me, well then, I get a bit annoyed, but when my brother beats me, it's fine.
Rick and Joe, together, you've lost a total of 11.2 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.91%. That brings your team's average weight loss percentage to 3.71%. Joe, how does it feel knowing that you could go home because of someone else's actions?
Haley, if I go home just because someone didn't have a great week, so be it. I got no regrets this week. I pulled a 6.8 and now nearly 142 kilos, so hey, I'm happy. When me and Rick pulled such pretty high percentage, it was good. We boosted our team's percentage right up, and I thought we might be in for a good shot to win this.
Good job. Sweet this today.
What Caitlyn and I are trying to achieve is absolutely massive. It's something that is really difficult for 2 girls to do against 5 other couples, and that includes boys who are fit, strong, have huge motors to run and huge fuel to burn.
Joe and Rick boosted up their team's percentage by a fair bit, right up into the high 3s. So we knew we were going to have our luck run out pretty soon.
The next couple to face the scales, Wayne and Phoebe.
I walked up there, with a little bit of confidence. Thanks. But at the same time, I was very nervous that I hadn't pulled a great number and that I was going to let the team down and it was all going to be drastic and terrible.
Phoebe, last week you weighed 97.4 kilos. Wayne, you weighed 124 kilos. Your current weight is... The next couple to face the scales, Wayne and Phoebe. Phoebe, last week you weighed 97.4 kilos. Wayne, you weighed 124 kilos. Your current weight is...
I just look at it and I think, I can't even work out what that is, but I know it's good. It was such a great surprise this week that I think I almost laughed at myself, like, I was elated.
Wayne and Phoebe, together, you've lost a total of 8 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.61%. That now brings your team's average weight loss percentage to 3.68%. Good work, guys.
We were upset to see that our weight loss had brought down the team's percentage, but Phoebe had done a good number. You know, she had a great result, and I hope that Phoebe can continue to go like that because it'll keep us in the competition for a long way.
Phoebe, 3.9 kilos. You seem very happy.
It's a lovely surprise.
What were you expecting to see?
Maximum 2 kilos. So 3.9 is amazing.
Wayne and I dropped the percentage back down a little bit, but I knew Phil and Dave had big numbers in them, so I wasn't super worried about it.
When Wayne and Phoebe weighed in, they reduced the weight loss percentage. They gave us a little breathing space, and I felt a bit more relaxed at that point.
Next up, Lisa and Janna. Come on up.
When you're walking up to the scales and you're part of a bigger team, you never want to let the team down. But more importantly, I don't want to let myself down and I don't want to let Lisa down. So it's a tough call.
Lisa, last week you weighed 100.3 kilos. Janna, you weighed 99.7 kilos. Your current weight is?
Yes.
4 kilos again. She just keeps doing it, doesn't she? She just keeps doing it.
When my weight was revealed, I started to tremble from head to toe because I couldn't believe that I'd lost 4.3 kilos.
I'm so not even talking to you.
Lisa and Janna, together, you've lost a total of 7 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 3.50%. And it brings your team's average weight loss percentage to 3.63%. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Together, Lisa and I have lost 7 kilos and our combined weight loss percentage with the group drops by 0.05%. And I hate that. I hate that that was my weight that did that.
Janna, in your opinion, do you think your team will beat Caitlyn and Dana?
I hope so. You know, I want to be on the winning team. You know, I don't want us to lose. I don't want to say goodbye to either Caitlyn or Dana, but I don't want to lose. And I want us to have done it.
Do you feel safe in this competition?
No.
Why not?
I'm really outspoken, and I do. I say things when other people are probably thinking them, and I'm the person who articulates it. And I know that that's got us into trouble at times. You know, and when the firm was in existence, we were the top of the hit list every time. And I'm concerned that I'm still top of the hit list, you know, and that I'm still vulnerable, you know, and I don't want to go home yet. I've got a long way to go.
I'm really focused on my end goal and I don't want to get lost in the politics. I don't want to get lost in the game. I just want to focus on me.
Lisa and Janna's percentage in weight loss, it dropped our team percentage fairly well, and I was a bit worried at that point. I thought, oh, it's going to be hard to come back from that, and I was expecting them to drop a little bit, but not as much as it did, and yeah, I was a bit worried.
Standing in the weigh-in room, us against the 5 other couples, it was a bit overwhelming. I felt like, how are we supposed to do this against, you know, 5 other couples? And the enormity of the situation really hit me, and I was really worried for me and Caitlyn.
Phil and David, your fellow team members have weighed in. Now it's up to you guys.
As Phil and Dave stepped up onto the scales, I wasn't too confident. I thought, you know, considering their weight loss last week, they were due for a big number this week. I was just hoping that by some off chance they'd have another bad week.
I would have thought as a team we'd probably need at least 4%, if not more.
Phil, last week you weighed 119.7 kilos. David, you weighed 129.2 kilos. Your current weight is...
Yeah! Yowza, yowza, yowza! No more strawberry jam, pump it up. Only fat-free ham, pump it up!
Phoebe did a little dance. His strawberry jam and fat-free ham. He's fun. And it's nice to see that it brings down the tension in the room, you know, because weigh-ins can be quite stressful and emotional. You know what? Good on him.
Phil and David, together, you've lost a total of 13.3 kilos. That gives you a total weight loss percentage of 5.34%. Good job, guys. And that brings your team's total average weight loss percentage to 3.97%.
Well done, boys.
We were hoping that we could make a significant impact on our percentage because it wasn't looking that good before we got up there, and you know, to see that nearly tick over to 4 was a pretty good feeling.
David, if your team were to lose today, how vulnerable would you feel?
Hayley, I guess I'd feel as vulnerable as anyone else. You know, perhaps looking at, you know, some of the weight loss numbers, I'm right up there, and, you know, probably with Joe, Rick and Wayne, we've probably lost some of the biggest numbers. You know, maybe I feel a little bit more vulnerable, but really at the end of the day, you know, if we lose, I'm happy to let fate decide. I've put in this week, I've done better than expected. I've trained hard, and, you know, as I've only been with Shannan 1 week, but it's a case of control the controllables and let the variables take care of themselves. I've learnt the lesson, and for me it's a variable, so I can't control it.
Thanks, guys. You can step down. Thanks,
Certainly no surprise when Phil and Dave boosted the percentage up. They'd had a low week the previous week and were shocked. And as I've said, normally in a low week comes a high week. And sure enough, they had a high week this week.
When Phil and David weighed in, they bumped the percentage right up. Caitlyn and I were really dreading getting onto those scales.
It's now time for the team of one couple to weigh in, Caitlyn and Dana. Dana and Caitlyn, to win today's weigh-in, you need to beat the group's average weight loss percentage of 3.97%. This means you need to lose 9.6 kilos. However, today, you have a 2 kilo weight advantage, which means you now need to lose 7.6 kilos.
The girls needed 7.6 kilograms to win. I thought that is going to be hard to lose 7.6 between them.
Caitlyn, are you feeling the pressure?
I'm definitely feeling the pressure. I don't want either myself or Dana to go, so we'll just have to see what happens.
How would you feel if you and Dana got split up?
I'd be shattered. And, you know, I don't think we can beat that, so, yeah. Just absolutely shattered. Especially after everything that we've done this week. I didn't feel confident at all. I was upset, I was angry, I was disappointed. You know, they've all done amazing jobs and I just don't feel it. I thought there is no chance that we're going to get 7.6 kilos between us. There's just no chance at all, and that Dana would be going home.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Don't stand there and tell me it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if it happens.
It does.
I know how hard it will be for Caitlyn if Dana goes because she relies on her so much. You know, she's getting more independent, but she still needs her for that emotional support.
Well, Caitlyn and Dana, it's time to weigh in. Come on up.
Good luck, girls.
Okay.
Stepping onto the scales, I was really nervous. I felt like it would be an impossible task beating the other 5 couples.
Caitlyn, last week you weighed 150.6 kilos. Dana, you weighed 88.7 kilos. Your current weight is?
I could see the numbers ticking over. I was looking at them and just thinking, I know it's going to be a crap number.
Well, Caitlyn and Dana, it's time to weigh in. Come on up.
Good luck, girls.
Good luck. Caitlyn and Dana, to win today's weigh-in, you now need to lose 7.6 kilos.
As the numbers were ticking over on the scales, you know, I was just watching them go through and I was thinking, okay, if Dana and I are to lose, then one of us will be going home. I seriously didn't think that we were going to get that 7.6 that we needed.
Caitlyn, last week you weighed 150.6 kilos. Dana, you weighed 88.7 kilos. Your current weight is?
No way. 5 kilos.
I was just gobsmacked. I was just so excited and overwhelmed that I'd lost 7.3 kilos on my own.
I was shocked. I couldn't comprehend that I'd lost 5 kilos, and I looked over at Caitlyn and she'd lost 7.3, and I was just so ecstatic that we did it.
5 friggin' kilos, 7.3.
Caitlyn and Dana, together you've lost a total of 12.3 kilos. Add to that your 2 kilo weight advantage.
Oh my God.
And that brings your total to 14.3 kilos. Giving you a total weight loss percentage of 5.98%. Congratulations, you've managed to beat the other 5 couples combined to win today's weigh-in. Well done, girls, great work.
Well done.
The girls had worked fantastically during the week. They trained hard and, you know, they probably deserved the result that they got. I just hope they choose wisely when it comes to elimination.
Caitlyn, how does it feel to win the weigh-in and beat the other team?
I think beating them wasn't our main goal in doing this. I think my main goal in doing this was for us to do it and know that we can do it and do it for ourselves. You know, I had a big breakthrough this week with Michelle in last chance training, and, you know, that just totally outweighs beating these guys, you know. They put up a really good fight.
Caitlyn, how much does Dana mean to you?
Dana means the world to me. She does. So does my other sister and my dad. They're my whole life, and that number's for them as well as me. 140s. And for Mum. Praying to Mum all week.
Caitlyn means everything to me. She's my little sister.
Don't cry.
I don't know what I'd do without her. And I'm glad I'm here doing this experience with her.
Must be extremely proud of her.
I'm so proud of her.
Caitlyn and Dana, well done. You can step down.
I think this week we've definitely proven to ourselves that we can get up there and get on top of the leaderboard and stick with all the other big boys. I think we've shown them and proved to them that we are a force to be reckoned with, and that, you know, we didn't need that 2 kilo advantage at all to get through.
Well done, girls. You are now safe from elimination and you've secured yourselves another week here at Camp Biggest Loser.
Thanks, Hayley.
It feels so great knowing that Caitlyn and I are both safe this week, that we're still here together at Camp Biggest Loser and I'm not going home yet.
Phil, congratulations are in order. You are this week's Biggest Loser.
To be this week's Biggest Loser, in all honesty, it was a fantastic thrill, you know, and it's just one of the greatest things. It really is, and I'm just so proud and just happy.
But unfortunately, being the biggest loser isn't going to be enough to keep you safe this week. All 10 of you are vulnerable, but only one of you will be going home. Caitlyn and Dana, this decision will come down to you and you alone. The question is, where will you cast your vote? We'll all find out soon enough. Good luck, everyone, and I'll see you all at elimination.
Thanks, Hayley. Thanks, Hayley.
I think Caitlyn and Dana are going to base their vote on strategy. I may be seen as a huge threat.
If they're strategic about it, they send home a bigger player. If they want to be spiteful, then send me home or send Chris home.
If they're smart, they'll vote one of the ones that are a real threat to Caitlyn winning the title.
Knowing that Caitlyn and I have the sole responsibility of sending someone home is such a huge weight on our shoulders. We really have to think about this one.